was tagged by the lovely Sarah. Go and check her out because she's a wonderful vlogger and she's very adorable, and sometimes she makes videos with her boyfriend, and so it's like double the adorbs. My first kiss, wow. This tag just doesn't waste any time. I was 18, under some mistletoe, next to an open fire, and I gave him a mince pie to keep him distracted so I wouldn't have to kiss him again. And then I washed my teeth twice. So that was my first kiss. My first pet was a worm. His name was Jim. I don't think it was an Earthworm Jim reference, actually. I just like the name Jim. My first love. What about my first love? Like, was it both the best and worst experience of my whole entire life? Did it like smash my heart into millions of tiny little pieces that I may or may not still be picking up? Did it put me off ever falling in love again? Like what? You know, are they now happily dating someone else? What's the question? I suppose, what age was I? Again, what age was I when I fell in love, or when I had my heart broken? Okay, I think I covered that one. Like, I know this is totally beside the point, but me and Harry Styles actually have a lot in common. Like, more than I thought, because he also, from what I can gather, really loves bananas. First best friend was my brother. Still is. My brother's name is Finn. We may or may not be starting a band together. We may or may not be called the Twiblings, okay? Just watch out for the Twiblings is all I'm saying. My first broken bone, I was like 8. I tripped over a piece of grass. Yeah, it was a looped piece of grass. It was like this, and I tripped over it and I broke my arm. And no one knew that it was broken for maybe a day or two because I didn't cry. Why did I not cry? That's very strange. My first CD, well, like in my days it was cassettes. And my first tape cassette was Westlife. They were like the Irish One Direction in the 90s, I suppose. The first text I got this morning. Actually, it's funny you should ask because I've been getting these texts and I don't know from who. They're not threatening or anything. They're Bible verses, actually. Well, I think they're Bible verses. There's no quotation marks or anything, and sometimes there's no, like, you know, source at the end. Like, I've been getting them for about a month now. One day I was like, thank you for the maybe, possibly Bible verses, but who is this? They just texted back and said, to discontinue these, press stop. And then they signed it Mary. Now in my head it's like this little old lady who like has started her own like Bible texting company or something. There's no way I would have just text stop to little old Mary, entrepreneur Mary who doesn't have grammar or punctuation or anything. And sometimes like she'll miss a few days and then send like 5 in a row. First time on an airplane. I don't think there's anything exciting about that. Oh no, I screamed at the takeoff just because I wasn't expecting it. I don't know what I was expecting. Just to, like, for it to roll to our destination, I guess. But then when it was like taking off, I was like, what the flip is this? Are you serious? First concert. First one technically was actually my brother's band. I would plug the band, but they're not together anymore, so... But it's okay because he's gonna be in the Twiblings, so... My first time having sex. Is this I feel like this is a Tumblr tag. Like, whoever invented this, it was for Tumblr. And like, if I answer this question, then I'll get promoted to 50k or something. So I better answer it. When I was a teenager, I took a vow of chastity, and I will be partaking in the vow until I'm married. That's a movie, isn't it? The Vow. But it's not about that. So, there you go. That answered that question. Can you hear the donkey? I swear, I'm not joking. The donkey is back. I'll open the window, see if you can hear it. First thing I did this morning, I put my glasses on. Would you like me to reenact it? No, I look very strange without my glasses on. You know, one of those like really, really creepy dolls? They were in an episode of X-Files once. You know, with the really creepy eyes and like they look like they might murder you. What was the question? I'm gonna answer this question, and if it feels too uncomfortable for everyone involved, then I'll tell you about my first time having marmalade instead, because that's actually a really interesting story. Yeah, when I was a teenager, this is not the marmalade story. It's a little bit complicated because I don't actually know if I want to get married anymore, or even ever date again. So I think I might stay single and adopt runaway teenagers. No, that sounds illegal for some reason. I'll adopt runaway cats instead. And if someone wants to join me in that... Was that my way of proposing to you? Okay.